You are standing in a prison that has a zoo inside it. Not a metaphor, a real zoo. Lions, peacocks, a boa constrictor in a glass tank. There is also a swimming pool, a nightclub, and a professional baseball diamond. The guards do not run this place. The inmates do. And the man who runs the inmates is somewhere in this building right now. His name is Nino Guerrero. He has been in prison for over a decade. He is also one of the most powerful criminals in the Western Hemisphere. This is how you end up running operations in 46 American states. Level 1. The recruit. You are 16. Venezuela is collapsing around you. The currency is worthless. Your father left 2 years ago, one of 8 million Venezuelans who fled the country. Your mother sells arepas outside a bus terminal for $2 a day. You are not starving, but you can see it from here. The men from the neighborhood come to San Vicente with gifts, food, shoes. They fix the streetlights. They run the neighborhood like a government because the actual government stopped showing up years ago. One of them notices you. He does not offer you a job. He offers you belonging. That is a different thing. And it works every time. Level 2. The foot soldier. You are collecting the causa, the weekly tax every business in the neighborhood pays to the organization. A bakery, a pharmacy, a moto taxi driver, a school supply shop, they all pay. The amount is not negotiable. The schedule is not flexible. If someone does not have the money, you give them 1 week. If they still do not have it after that, you deliver a message. You do not deliver it with words. You see almost none of the money. But you are fed. You are protected. You have a phone. You have shoes that cost more than your mother makes in a month. In a country where survival itself is not guaranteed, that is not nothing. You are also being watched constantly. Whether you talk too much, whether you flinch, whether you can be trusted with something bigger, you do not know you are being evaluated. That is part of the evaluation. Then Venezuela gets worse. The hyperinflation hits levels that economists say are not supposed to be possible. The extortion routes dry up because nobody has anything left to extort. Nino Guerrero sends word from inside Tocoron. The train is moving. It is heading south. Level 3. The border runner. You are 19. Tren de Aragua does not send its criminals across the border. It sends them with the migrants. 8 million Venezuelans are already walking out of the country through mountain passes and rivers with no bridges. You walk with them. You look exactly like them because you are one of them. But you have a job. You are mapping the routes, identifying which border crossings are corrupt and how much they cost, finding where Venezuelan migrants are clustering and which neighborhoods are vulnerable. By the time you reach Lima, there are already men waiting. The structure traveled faster than you did. Level 4. The cell operator. You are 21. You run a cell, 4 to 6 men. A neighborhood in Santiago or Lima or Bogota. You find the Venezuelan migrant community first. They cannot go to police. They have no documentation. They are already afraid. You offer them what the organization offered you: protection, belonging. Then you start charging for it. In 2024, members of your organization dressed as Chilean police officers and knocked on the door of a former Venezuelan military officer named Ronald Ojeda who had fled to Santiago after speaking out against Maduro. His body was found 11 days later, stuffed in a suitcase and buried in cement. The message was not for Chile. It was for every Venezuelan exile who thought distance meant safety. Level 5. The smuggler. You are 23. The organization has expanded its criminal portfolio. Drugs, weapons, people. Human trafficking is the most profitable route and the least understood by law enforcement. You are moving women across the Bolivia-Chile border into Santiago. They were recruited with promises of domestic work, waitressing jobs, cleaning hotels. The pay sounded real. The opportunity sounded real. When they arrive and realize what is actually happening, there is nowhere to go, no one to call. The organization has their documents. Their phones have been taken. They are in a country where they do not know anyone and cannot speak to police without being deported back to the country they were desperate enough to leave in the first place. You have been doing this long enough that you do not think about it anymore. That is the thing nobody tells you about this life. You do not become a monster suddenly. You become one so gradually. one delivery at a time, one border crossing at a time, that by the time you are fully this person, you cannot remember being anyone else. And there is no one left in your life who would remind you. Level 6. The American Cell. You are 25. You cross the Darien Gap, then Mexico, then through a gap in a fence in Texas. The customs agent asks 3 questions. You answer them. You walk through. By 2023, you are in Chicago. By 2024, there are cells in New York, Aurora, Salt Lake City, Miami. The President of the United States says your organization has invaded the country. DHS reports you are active in 46 states. Your actual operation is small. Phone theft, shoplifting, sextortion. You are not running the American underworld. You are running the margins. But the margins pay, and the attention you are getting from the most powerful government on earth is making the organization famous in a way money cannot buy. Level 7. The Ghost. 7,000 arrests in Trump's first year back in office. The Alien Enemies Act of 1798, a law written when horses were the fastest form of transportation, is now being used to deport members of your organization without a court hearing. Courts push back. Legal battles are still happening. None of it matters to your day-to-day operation. The organization uses cells so small that when one gets rolled up, it knows almost nothing about the others. No shared phones, no written records, no names used over any traceable channel. The men above you communicate through methods that law enforcement is still trying to map. The fragmentation is not weakness. It is the design. Tren de Aragua was built inside a prison system where the government was always watching. Invisibility is not a new skill. It is the original one. You are in a city nobody is looking at yet. Your cell is 3 months old. It has no connection to any arrested network. You do not exist in any database. You are not in their system. The train does not stop. Level 8. The Pran. Nino Guerrero is still out there. $12 million bounty. No credible leads. He and the 2 other leaders survived the prison raid because someone warned them days in advance. They walked out with cash, weapons, and encrypted radios, while 11,000 Venezuelan soldiers walked into a building they had already emptied. The government declared victory. The organization was already rebuilding on 3 continents. He entered Tocaron as a young man with nothing. He built a zoo inside a prison. He built an empire that the most powerful nation on earth cannot find the top of. He is somewhere right now, giving orders through channels no one has mapped. And somewhere, a 16-year-old in a collapsing country is being noticed by a man with gifts and a quiet offer. The train keeps moving. It always has.